Right, where am I today? Cogito ergo sum. Je pense donc je suis. I think, therefore I am in. Yes. I'm excited for this. Should be great. Yes, I'm in Descartes, the French town of Descartes. Finally made it, because it's one of the things I wanted to do for a long time. Here it is on the map. Not the easiest of places to get to, which is why it's taken me a while to get here. I'm hoping you enjoyed this video for all you people who can't get here. Now this is the town of Descartes. Very quiet. This was a Thursday, around about midday. Not a lot going on, as you can see, but I'm slowly approaching the town hall and the wonderful statue right in front of it. Now I cannot believe this, but someone parked a bin right next to the statue. That really irritated me when I first saw it. So I removed the bin a little bit later on so I could take some nice photographs. But who on earth would park a bin right next to this statue? Anyway, enough of that. This is none other than René Descartes, the great mathematician René Descartes. Yes, that means Descartes has had a whole town named after him. Okay, not many people can say that, but the town of Descartes, as it's called today, is named after the mathematician Descartes. And here's a slightly better image with the bin slightly removed of the statue in front of the town hall. And here's an image of the plaque for those of you who want to read it. Now, what I've come to see mainly is the museum of Descartes, which is this way down towards the right. So that's where I'm going to go next. Now, this caught my eye. Parking Blaise Pascal. Mathematicians aplenty in this town. Moving onwards, so this is going to be the house of René Descartes. This is where he was born, this is where he was grown up, and it's since been converted into a museum. So it's been slightly redecorated on the inside. For example, these windows, I can't imagine that Descartes had his windows decorated like this while he was there. Forgive the traffic, a little bit of background noise there. I realised I didn't get the whole house on video, so I'm going to show you an image, a photo I took of the actual house itself with me in front of it. Here it is. Not too shabby a place to live in, is it? Quite large, quite spacious. Yeah, very, very nice. And then let's just move on, shall we? So approaching the gate for his house. Let's have a look at the ticket prices. €5 for adults. Free for under 18s. Yes, thank you. And a plaque, René Descartes, 1596 to 1650. And let's go in and see what all this is about. Oh, isn't this lovely? It's very exciting, this large outdoor space. Good space for some thinking. Because naturally Descartes was known as a thinker, a philosopher, the father of modern day philosophy. The I think, therefore I am bit at the top of the video is a reference to one of the quotes he's most famous for. He did a lot of thinking, not necessarily in this garden, but mainly in his room. Right, we're here, let's take a look. Okay, I'm in, paid my entrance ticket and I'm in. This is the first room you'll see. Now, notice the background noise is muted on some of these clips, simply for the reason that there were other visitors that were around, naturally, because it's a museum, and frankly, they were too noisy in the background. So where it's too noisy, I've muted the background sound. But other times, I'm actually talking, I'm narrating to the camera, and so there are times when the background noise is on, okay? But a bit of voiceover from me to give you some indication of what's going on. The museum was keen to have a lot of displays showing what was happening around the time that René Descartes was born, because it gives you an idea of what life was like at the time and the reasons why he took the path that he did in terms of the mathematical and philosophical thinking. Who's that sitting down? Wow. Now, as I slowly approach the statue, suddenly all train of thought just disappeared from my head and I did go speechless. Hello. So it's a little bit like meeting one of your heroes, really. You tend to go a bit speechless. You suddenly run out of things to say. That's exactly what happened to me on this occasion. If I could ask René anything, what would it be? No idea this time. No idea. Just to be able to hear him speak would be lovely. I'm not sure I'll be able to understand him. My French is okay, but in those days, in the 1600s, I'm not sure if it was good enough the way that they spoke them. Ooh. It's a very hot day, but I'm getting a bit of a shiver. We're going to start with René's shoes. There we go. Nice. And his quill for writing. Just check his hands, all right. Same size hands, almost. There we are. And his famous hairdo. Yes. Hello. Hi, what are you thinking of? Does not want to be disturbed, is he? He's thinking about something. I think, therefore I am. So, did you hear that? That was the sound of laughter. Yes, people are laughing at me because I was having a conversation with a mannequin. It must have been the heat. Anyway, here's a few photographs that I wanted to take of me next to René Descartes. This is the thinking pose. Had some fun. Now, I must share this photograph with you because this is something I got told off for. As soon as I put my arm around René Descartes and then took the photograph, the lady who runs the museum came running in to tell me, you must not touch any of the exhibits. I got told off for that. But to be honest, there are some things that are worth being told off for. And if I could do it again, I would do. Because I really was in the moment there. So sorry if I broke the rules, but it was worth it. Moving on, we are now upstairs, and in this room there is a cabinet of some rather interesting artefacts. Here's Descartes' method. Items that were all locked away so that I could not touch them. For some reason, number 3 is missing. What's this? Oh, Acte de Baptême de René Descartes. Kind of interesting, isn't it? Look at that. That must be a book worth reading. La vie de Monsieur Descartes. Well, if it's René Descartes, fine. It's not his dad. This is interesting. Bust René Descartes. For some reason I wanted to point out that this was not the real bust of René Descartes. Well, it's a bust of René Descartes, so it's actually fairly real. It's not imaginary. Therefore, it is a bust of René Descartes. That's what I think anyway. That's my philosophy. Now, I see it, I can touch it, therefore I think it is a real bust of René Descartes. I hope you like the pun about imaginary, by the way, and real. Yep, I'm sure some of you laughed at that. Done entirely on purpose, of course. Those that know me know I can do those things. And no, this is not pre-thought, this is my thoughts as they come. So let's see what the view of outside world is like. It's very quiet. And it's so quiet is because people are contemplating, thinking. This is a very thoughtful village, I think. Anyway, back inside I go. They've got this lovely display here. Look at this display. All these things that you can read, which I haven't, truth be told. Now, what does this remind you of? Here we go. So we've got an apple, we've got a tree. You'd think we're in a museum for Isaac Newton, but no. If you have a look, you've got physique, mécanique, yeah, metaphysique. Of course we're talking about mechanics there, mathematically. Yeah. If you're thinking it's similar to Isaac Newton, his way of thinking is mathematics, you'd be absolutely right. Because Descartes did influence Isaac Newton very significantly. We're going to the next room. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. That is just, amazing, fantastic. I look right, oh my word. Oh, this is fantastic. This is what a library should be like. Every library should be like this. I was about to say life-size books. I mean, yeah, oversized books. Absolutely great. How fantastic is this? It's got all. How fantastic is this? Just see these things. You don't have to read them, just be able to see them and know that. Here we are. Here we are. Very amazing. Brilliant museum. I want to show you this. This is just great. Principia or Principia, depending on pronunciation. Philosophy. Very, very much like Isaac Newton, isn't it? Of course, Isaac Newton's got his own Principia, natural philosophy. Anyway, as I was saying, Descartes was a big influence upon Isaac Newton. Of course, Descartes was from 1596 to 1650, and Newton was born 1642. Christmas Day, in fact. Well, depending on which calendar you're choosing, but I'd like to think it's Christmas Day because it's a nice story if he's born on Christmas Day. Anyway, yeah, so just 8 years before his death, Newton was born, and yeah, and so what mathematicians tend to do is they tend to read the works of the best people around at that time, and at that time the best person around was René Descartes, and so yeah, he was a big influence. Let's just have a close look at this. Yeah. Why can't all museums be like this? Oh, look at that, Mersenne. If you know about Mersenne and Mersenne primes, yeah. So I got a bit out of focus there. As I was just saying, if you know about Mersenne primes, look it up. Look it up. Yeah. René Descartes. Look at that. That must be an original book there. You can't get at it. Indeed. There we are. I just don't want to go away from this book. I just do not want to go. If there are any books that are worth reading, this is probably one of them. Yeah. I do like this picture. This picture is great. Yeah. I need one of these in my classroom. Seriously, I need to have one of these in my classroom. I do. It's what everyone should look at the back of the room. In fact, this should be my classroom. This should be my classroom. Why isn't it my classroom? Next, to go downstairs. Thought of an anecdote actually. When I paid for the museum, it's only €10. But 5 euros per adult. When I paid for the museum, she asked me how to pay. I said I'm going to pay by card to see René Descartes. No one smiled, no one laughed. But I appreciated my little look. Yes, why not? To see Museum de René Descartes, I paid by card. By card. This is lovely. Do you know what? Maybe my windows should look like that. My classroom, my home, I don't care. Just my windows should look like that. Yeah. That's the indoor bit done. Let's check out the outdoor bit. Yeah, I'm sure that wasn't there when Descartes was here. Oh, look what I've just spotted. Look what I have just spotted. Yes. What a fitting end to the visit. What a fitting end to the visit. Yeah. René Descartes, near cette maison. Proof that he was born in this house. 1596. Proof that I didn't get my years mixed up. Yeah, died 1650. Yeah, fantastic. Amazing. Something I just saw last minute. Inauguration to a statue of René Descartes. Seen earlier. Yep. So I must get this as well. It's a massive picture of René Descartes. Yeah, I told you it was quite big, didn't I? Yep. Right, just come out. Do a quick tour of the garden now. The garden of René Descartes. Beautiful sunshine, lovely. Here we go. No apples in that tree. It's the wrong garden, isn't it? There we go. Where René did his sunbathing, I'm sure. I think so. Yeah. Just keep going around. Let's have a look. Yeah. Lovely. There we have it. There we have it. So I hope you enjoyed this visit with me, the Maison de René Descartes. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Great place. If you're in the region, come and have a visit. If not, I hope you enjoyed the video. It gave you an idea of what it's like. See you again.